Go.
You guys ready for this test? I've been studying for hours. Me too, I'm exhausted. This class is so hard.
Alright, I'm conducting a little investigation into the investment model of commitment, and I'm going to be interviewing some of my classmates about different concepts for that. And so here we go. David, would you mind shedding some light on what kind of rewards you've gotten out of your school experience here?
The rewards are going to be that I'm going to get a bachelor's degree in 4 years. UCF is convenient for me, and then eventually I'll have a career, not a job.
Okay. Angela, what about different costs you've had to face?
Taking out some loans and stuff, having to pay for school that I'm going to have to eventually pay off later once I graduate, and also like the time that I've given up outside of school for like work and everything to do school.
Okay. Casey, would you mind wrapping up this little section and explain the comparison level that you've had to face?
I mean, I've put in a lot of money to go to school and a lot of time into all of my classes and studying, but I definitely think that I'm getting a lot out of it. I'm learning a lot, so the comparison level is pretty high.
And so, yeah, you've seen everything. Everything is kind of what you've expected it to be.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay, and then Barbara, looking at your rewards, costs, and your comparison level, what kind of satisfaction do you think you've gotten out of your experience here with school and UCF?
I mean, overall, I'm very satisfied. I've learned a lot in all of my classes. The teachers are all really great. So, yeah, my satisfaction is very high.
That's good. Okay, then Nicole, could you kind of shed some light on your level of investment into school?
Well, I'm in my last semester here at UCF, and so I've invested a lot in school for as far as like money and time and all of that. But I'm actually really happy with where I am right now, and I'm really passionate about the major I picked, so I'm excited to go use it.
So, you think it was a good investment, time well spent?
Definitely.
All right. Lauren, do you think you could go on and explain the quality of alternatives that maybe you've had to deal with?
You know, I could be traveling. I'd love to see the world. I do all that before I start my career with the degree that I'll receive. But I could also be at, Harvard or Princeton and be way more stressed and have a much more difficult time. So I'm happy with UCF.
That's good. All right. Amarylis. So if you take into account everything we've discussed so far, what kind of commitment level do you think you have with school?
I mean, despite the cost and the struggle with studying, I'm very happy with UCF. Go UCF.
Yeah.
And I am in my 3rd year, and I'm just ready to get out there and be a psychologist.
Nice. All right, Chris, if you take a look at everything that everybody said related to you, what kind of stability level do you think you've had with everything you've faced in your experience here?
I like to say I have a pretty high stability level, just for the simple fact you look at the rewards versus the costs. There's obviously a lot more rewards I'd be getting out of this. I'm quite happy with the psychology program that UCF offers. And it's a relationship I like to maintain. I like to keep going to UCF and eventually get my PhD and whatnot from the UCF psychology department. So I feel very stable, and it's a relationship I wish to continue.
All right, that kind of wraps up what our investment model of commitment is in terms of school. But I was going to ask Philip to kind of shed some light on the social exchange theory and how the benefits and costs relate to what we've been going through, studies, classes, things like that. So you mind shedding some light on that?
Sure. The benefits definitely outweigh the costs in this, because I spent a lot of time here and a lot of money here, but eventually I'm going to have a great career and a bachelor's degree and make a lot of money.
All right. Well, thank you all for answering some questions, and I think that about wraps up what the investment model of commitment is. So, yeah, thank you.